You know these new titanium pill pot things I've been working on? The sort of high-end titanium storage cache type containers. Well, I'm just about ready to launch them on Kickstarter. If you take a look here, what I'm doing right now is putting together the graphics for the page, so for when people back, they can, you know, select which reward they want to get, you know, how much they pledge and what they get in return. It takes a long time. I'm not a graphic artist. It may not be pretty, but it works really well. In fact, I'm gonna let you in on a big secret. It's a secret about sales. Ugly graphics and writing and whatnot sells better than the nice, slick looking presentation. It's been proven again and again and again. I've done my own tests. The uglier your advert is, pretty much you're going to make more sales. I bet you didn't know you were going to learn that today. And you know, that's why I find it funny when I get, you know, comments and messages and emails from people saying my website looks ugly, or, you know, my project pages look ugly, and, you know, you make beautiful products. Why is your online stuff just look so awful? I know they have good intentions, but the problem is, I'm in business. The purpose of the business is to sell the products that I design and make, and if I need to make it ugly to sell more, then that's what I'm gonna do. Now, don't get me wrong, you can't have ugly products. And the other thing is that you can't have ugly pictures, especially on a Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whatever crowdfunding project. Bad photos will break an otherwise good project. I've studied literally thousands of crowdfunding projects. Bad photos, even slightly bad, it affects it so much you cannot imagine. The video doesn't matter, you know, if you really pitch it, it doesn't matter, you can still do well. There's so many things you can screw up and get away with, but not the photos. It's weird, I don't make the rules, that's just how people are. Right, this is the type of ugly I'm talking about. Take a look at this. This is one of the rewards for the Kickstarter project, for these titanium pill pots. So you can see red, yellow, bold, like, it's not slick looking, but it works. Right, the time is exactly 11:42 AM. I've been working all morning, not had any breakfast time. Right, I have almost finished the graphics on the project page. I just want to show you something very quickly on it. So if you take a look here, you can see these are the various rewards. And further down, we've got add-ons that people can go for. And then lastly, we've got upgrades for the lids. Now there's one more reward I want to show you, and that's the reward that's designed for people like me. People who are over the top, always have to go for the best, always have to go for the top one, even if like it's complete overkill. I like someone to just say, hey, this is the best, it's the best deal, it's the best value, and then I simply know which one to go for. So I do that for backers as well. Take a look at this. So this reward here, this is like the top reward. Basically, they get everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Like, it is a beast of a reward. Not only that, but it's like almost half price of what like retail value would be. So there is value there. It's not a cheap reward, but it's fantastic value. Now I like it when people make it a no-brainer decision for me, so I make it a no-brainer decision for others. What I thought I would do just now is show you how I put the splash image together. Now the splash image is, well, I'm not sure if it's called a splash image, that's what I call it. But basically when you go on Kickstarter and you're browsing through the projects, you know, every project has a little thumbnail image. Maybe you could call it the thumbnail. But I'm going to show you how I put it together. So as you can see, I start with the big photo that I took outside. I put a red border around it. I scale the image so that it just sort of fits in here nicely. I then put in big bold text, something like titanium storage or titanium pill pots or titanium everyday carry, something like that. And then I sort of just finish it off with a little exclusive banner there. So what I need to do now is basically just export it, trim it, and then it's good to go. And here's the trimmed splash image on the sort of editor panel of the project page. I'm getting close. The time is 2:04 PM exactly. I have some more images to put in. I have to kind of go through and read it all and sort of just kind of neaten up the words and tighten up the sort of the whole project page itself. I've still got to add the rewards in. I did plan to do sort of a fancier video, but no, I'm just going to keep it really simple and basically just say, hey, there's no fancy video, just check out the page below. That's what I've always done, and that's what I'm going to do this time as well. Okay, I'm just going outside just now because I need to take a few deep breaths and relax, because my project on Kickstarter just crashed, and for some reason it's showing the project as it was 3 hours ago. Yes, I have just lost 3 hours work. That's okay. I'm just gonna have a rest and start it again. Okay, so I am somewhat starting the Kickstarter project page again. It's mostly there, but I just lost the last 3 hours work. This is something that happens quite often when editing a Kickstarter project page. I mean, you'd think I'd have learned by now. I should have been copying and pasting a copy of it somewhere else, but I didn't. Mac, PC, different browsers, it doesn't matter. Kickstarter's platform, for some reason, it'll just randomly go back to a previous sort of version of what you're doing. I've seen it and had it happen to me enough times to know that it's like, it's not on my end. I've got work to do, I have to keep going. I'm gonna run out of time otherwise. So I've got a few more things to go. I've got to put in the volume of the pill pots. I've got to put captions on all the pictures. I've got to do the video, put in some testimonials, and then after that, I've got to email my list of customers, people on Instagram, people on YouTube. So yeah, still got quite a few hours to go. However, I'm going to have to kind of stop here and start editing this video because I won't have time, because I launch here late New Zealand time, like maybe 10, 11, 12 at night, because that's kind of like closest to the best time for launching sort of for the UK and America. Yeah, New Zealand's just not a great time zone for crowdfunding or other things. Now I know I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. The video on a crowdfunding project is hugely unimportant. It really isn't important at all. So much so that I don't put much effort into it. Like, I've spent all day on this project page. I've spent at least a day before doing that. I think I must be up to something like 20 hours or more putting this project page together. But I only spend a minute or two on the video because it really doesn't make much of a difference, despite what you read all over the internet. So what I'm going to do is actually record the video for this project. I'm going to extract it out of today's YouTube video to show you how easy it is to make a video for Kickstarter. Okay, right, Kickstarter video. Hey, it's Magnus here and welcome to my Kickstarter project page. Now, because I spent all my time and effort creating this page you're on right now, I've run out of time to make a fancy blockbuster Hollywood style video. But that's okay, because if you scroll down below, I've given you more images and information than I could ever get across to you in a video anyway. So take a look at the page below, then take a look at the rewards that are available to you, choose the reward that works best for you, pledge for the project, and I'll see you in the exclusive backers only update section. Thank you. That wasn't too bad. Now usually I'd be ending today's episode around about here, but I'm going to be launching this Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign tonight. So I thought I'd bring you along with me. Now I'm not going to film the entire next 3 or 4 hours, you know, where I'm putting in the captions and just generally tidying up the project. So I'm going to go and do that for a few hours, and then I'll speak to you when I'm about to launch. Okay, so the time is exactly 10:15 PM. I've been working all evening. The project page is fully finished as of right now. I'll give you a quick skim view of it. So that was only about halfway down it. It's a very long page. It needs to be that long. So what I'm going to do now is basically click the launch button and launch it. Now, nothing much is really going to happen when I do that, because the only people that will know about it are the people just randomly browsing Kickstarter. So once I click the launch button, I need to email my list of previous customers, and I'm also going to do a post on Instagram as well. So most of the traffic initially will be sent from my previous customers pretty much. So what we'll do is we'll do the launch now, show the project page live, and then I'll go off and send my emails and send Instagram and that kind of thing, and then we'll have a look at how the project does from there. See if we can see some pledges racking up. Okay, so we're on the preview page here. We'll then click status, continue to launch, quick check of everything, funding goal, funding ends, time, withdrawing funds, yada yada yada. Click the checkbox, launch project now, and there we go. Congratulations, it's live. Okay, so I've just sent the email to my customer list. Nothing would have happened with that yet, but if you look here, you can see there's already one backer. Now what I'm going to do now is just wait for a few minutes. I'm going to post to Instagram as well, and I've got to continue editing the earlier parts of this video. I'll add this bit in later on, and yeah, I'll give you an update in a second. Right, just quickly, it's only been a couple of minutes, but I have the Kickstarter project page connected to sort of Google Analytics, so you can see who's viewing it and how many people are watching it. So if you have a look at this, so right now you can see 48 people are on my Kickstarter project page. It's kind of cool being able to see that. I'm just about to do an Instagram post, so I'll show you that. So I've got the image ready, a little comment, filled out where I am, and I pretty much just click share. And that's it. Nice and simple, really. So as you can see, that's around 9 backers after about 45 minutes after launch. That's not very good. Like, this is my 11th project, I believe. It should be going a lot better than that. So I think this could be not a failed project. I mean, it'll still get, you know, probably a few tens of thousands in funding, but I certainly won't reach the sort of $100,000 that my projects usually do. It's all good. Hope you enjoyed it today. Probably get back to a normal daily video tomorrow. But before I go, I will of course leave you with a quote. This one is from Sylvester Stallone, and he said, "I am not the richest, smartest, or most talented person in the world, but I succeed because I keep going and going and going."